Hello, this is Josie of Josie Graff Jewelry Design, and in case you don't know, I design and create elegantly quirky jewelry for classy women. And in today's video, I really want to go over some elegantly quirky jewelry terms that you need to know before you buy your next piece of jewelry. All right, so this is part one of 2 videos that I'm going to be going over some of these terms that I really think that anybody who's looking to buy jewelry really needs to know, so that you can make really good informed decisions about what is the best type of jewelry that you should be getting. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different types of metal that you can get your jewelry made from. So the elegantly quirky jewelry terms you need to know before you buy your next piece of jewelry. I want to start with fine silver. So what is fine silver? It is actually 99.9% pure silver, or in the jewelry world, it's 999.999 out of 1,000 parts. So it's really soft, it doesn't tarnish, but it's not really strong enough for most jewelry applications. You might see artisan jewelers and designers incorporating it as surface decorations and details, or especially with enameling. It's really, really beautiful under transparent enamels. But again, those are usually set in such a way that there's another sturdier metal that surrounds the piece that is actually bearing the load of supporting the jewelry so you can wear it. And that leads me to the next metal type, which is sterling silver. So the difference between sterling silver and fine silver is the fact that sterling silver has a little bit of other metal mixed into it to make it a little bit stronger and more durable, so it can actually be used in jewelry. And this is my favorite type of metal to work with. It's beautiful to do jewelry fabrication with. And it also really is, it really highlights the designs that I create. It enhances them without overwhelming the entire piece. So as I mentioned, sterling has a little bit of other metal mixed in, usually copper, and it's 92.5% fine silver, or in the jewelry world, it's 0.925 out of 1,000 parts. And the rest is usually copper mixed in. The downside with sterling silver is with that copper, it is more likely to tarnish. So you need to know some different ways of keeping your jewelry from tarnishing and how to safely remove the tarnish once it happens. And over at my website, josiegraff.com, I have a couple great resources for that, and I'll link that down below. Okay, so the next type of metal I want to talk about is, there's actually 3. So gold-filled, gold-plated, and vermeil. So these are all kind of, it's like similar in terms of there's a base metal, sometimes sterling silver, sometimes it might be brass or nickel, that a thin layer of gold is put over top. Gold-plated has the thinnest amount and the smallest amount of gold on it. Vermeil actually has the thickest amount, and gold-filled is kind of in the middle. So these are great if you're wanting to have something that looks like gold without the price of gold. But the downside is, over time, the gold will wear away, and you'll be, and the base metal underneath will be exposed. And depending on what that is, you might react to it, and it doesn't look as pretty in the long term. So, yeah. There's good and bad with the gold-filled, gold-plated, and vermeil, but it doesn't last as long as having a solid metal. You can it's like go to a jeweler or do it yourself and coat the metal to make it so it doesn't wear away as much. But again, you have to keep doing that over and over again. The coating doesn't last. And that leads me to the different types of regular gold. So I want to talk about yellow, white, and rose gold. So those are the three most common colors of gold that you can find. Yellow gold, it can be all the way up to 24 karat pure gold, or it can go all the way down to 10 karat gold. Whereas white and rose gold, in order to get those colors, it has to be alloyed with another metal or two in order to get that color just right. There are a few other shades of gold that can be made, but they usually have to go through a specialist that knows how to create those alloys, so they're not as common to find. So with white gold, in order to change the color from the yellow, which is what gold naturally comes in, as it's naturally found as, to the white, there's two main types of metals that end up being mixed in. So a lot of lesser expensive white gold and older white gold is mixed with nickel, which gets it really bright and shiny white. But if you have a nickel allergy, once again, you will react to it. It's pretty much going to be a guarantee. Now, there's also white gold. Common white gold is also alloyed with fine silver and a few other metals, but being able to avoid the nickel, so it's much more hypoallergenic and has a really beautiful color. Rose gold, the main secondary metal that's added in order to make the gold change from yellow to that really pretty pink, is copper. So that's, and a few other metals mixed in order to get everything stable. But rose gold is a lot less expensive, generally speaking, because the metal that's alloyed in it, copper, is a lot less expensive. However, rose gold is probably the most likely to tarnish of any gold that is above 14 karat or above, just because, again, that copper, it oxidizes when it's exposed to air and it's like humidity and salts in our body. You know, think Statue of Liberty, that it started off as a bright, shiny copper, and over time, it's actually tarnished to that beautiful green gold that we think, or green color that we think of. So anything that has a lot of copper in it tends to also oxidize and tarnish, and you have to keep cleaning it. And just like sterling silver, you need to be able to reduce exposing it to things that would cause it to tarnish, and also find safe, clean ways of keeping the tarnish at bay. So just to recap, I gave you some information about what is fine silver, sterling silver, and the difference between gold, or talked a little bit about gold-filled, gold-plated, and vermeil as alternatives to solid gold pieces. And I also talked a little bit about the difference between yellow, white, and rose gold, and so how some of those colors are made. So if you like this video, please, I would so appreciate it if you give me a like, comment below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Josie Graff Jewelry Design channel. And as an extra special gift, I have a free Elegantly Quirky Jewelry Terms Guide that you can download below. I have it linked, and it goes even more in depth about all the different terms. And there's about 15 different terms that I really think that anybody who's looking to buy jewelry should know before you buy your next piece. So definitely download that. It's, again, linked down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!